Fat Boy Hurt Pizza, dog.
Recording in progress, fool.
Recording in progress, dog. I didn't even got my
Hey,
headphones.
locals of all the Raider podcasts in the world, this is definitely one of them. You're tuned into the Raider Nation Misfits podcast, starring National President Sugar Free Joe Ramirez. We also have Arizona Bullhead President Charlie. We also have Portland President Lobo. Man, we got a special guest today, Emilio. Raider Rock. Everybody, this is a Raider Nation
What up, Raider
Misfits
Rock?
podcast starring your president, Sugar Free Joe Ramirez.
Shout
Yes,
out,
sir.
Raider
Yes,
Rock.
sir.
Shout
Yes,
out.
sir. We're right here, dog. You know, I was
cracking
getting down
sugar
on
free.
some Sabrositos. Bam. Bam. I was getting down on some Sabrositos. I had a mouthful. You know what I mean? But I'm right here. What's up? What up, Lobo? What up, Lobo?
What up? What up?
What up? What up, my boy Charlie? What up, my boy
Cracking,
Charlie?
my boy. You already know.
Yes, sir.
It's that
Yes,
Misfit thing.
sir. What up,
already
my boy
know.
Raider Rock? Special guest today, my boy Raider Rock. Man, this guy right here. We've had some conversations, man. This is a special dude right here. A lot of people go to this man right here for advice. You know, I there's just no words for a man like that. A man of few words. A man who just always gives some positivity. I'm always for people that
right
give
there, homie.
positivity, man.
Respect him.
I'm always for people that give positivity, and this guy right here is one of them. So you know, I'll let you come in right here, Raider Rock. What it do, man?
Hey, Sugar, thank you for having me on, guys. Appreciate you, Lobo, Charlie. Hey,
What's
everybody
good, my
on
boy?
here, man. I love you guys, man. I thank you for
Much
bringing
love,
us
brother.
on
Much love.
today.
Hey, man, much love to you too, man. I seen you out there, my boy, on that hot ass day, my boy, using that whole
that's-
uniform. I was like, damn.
Hey, these motherfuckers are having
crazy, dog,
PTSD on that.
I
shit.
give him respect, G. That fool.
On a
Everybody
hot
thought
ass
I
day,
was
man.
tripping 'cause I was wearing
He was
pants. I'm
suited
like,
and
nah,
booted
look,
out there,
dog.
man.
Damn.
Hey, it wasn't
Hey.
just me though. You know, there was
Hey,
a
the
Three
photo, hey,
Skull
that
and
photo
Iron
has me
Man.
rolling, dog.
Yeah, you know, like he said, much love to whoever the other ones too, man. You had Iron Man out there
all you
suited.
guys.
You
Iron
had
Man,
Three Skulls
everybody,
out
man.
there suited, man. And
Hey,
all
and
the
happy
supporters
late,
out that
happy
day,
late
bro.
birthday to Iron Man, bro. You know what I mean? Happy late birthday to him, man. Sorry we couldn't make it. You know what I mean? Some stuff went down that night.
Yes, sir. Yeah, see,
I mean,
that was that party, man. We were laid out, man. We were recovering at the house. I know it was a hot day, man. I
That
think
heat, bro.
passed out
That
day.
heat drained everybody, bro.
It
Like
drained
that,
us, bro. But
it was gnarly, man.
but Mario, what it do, bro?
Yeah, man. Well, here we go. Really quick, we want to give a shout out to the Outlaws Raider Nation Booster Club. Man, let me tell you something, man. The Outlaws are incredible. The Outlaws are amazing. And the Outlaws are doing it. They got a school supply drive. And, you know, shout out to the Misfits, all Misfits, man, because, you know, we're involved in it as well. I see the Misfit name on the flyer. And it's July 24, 2021. All right. 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we're at 85 350 Bar and Pizzeria, man. Okay. 346 West Main Street, Somerton, Arizona, 85350. Yo, check out the Outlaws on IG for more information. But once again, it's a school supply drive, and it's for your community,
I bet you.
Arizona. Shout out to the Arizona Raider Nation out there. And it's a school supply drive. It's for the kids. So everybody, if you're out there, if you got a chance, shout out to the Outlaws. Get at them. Get at Iron Man Raider, and he'll be able to hook it up, man. And it's for the kids. We know it. Now, speaking of school supply drives, man, we had our very own about 2 weeks ago. It was an incredible situation. Prez, man, why don't you just tell us a little bit about it? Because I know that you were able to turn in everything that was donated, you know, the money and the school supplies, and it was a beautiful thing, man. So really quick, Prez, tell us about it, man, that experience.
Yeah, bro. Started off, you know, look, we had the event, and it just so happened to be on the hottest day, the damn year. It was like 120 out there at one point, I believe.
Chale, fool, it was 141 under that.
It was a hot one, man. And so, anyways, we honestly a total. I don't like to speak on the money donation because that's just kind of between us and whoever else. I'm not here to brag or anything, but on the amount of kids that we were able to help, I'll put it in perspective as far as the percentage. we were told that with our amount of donations and backpacks and everything, we were able to reach 95% of the school. We were able
Fuck yeah,
to we,
bro.
we
That's
were able
awesome
to
right there.
we were able to give about 95. We were able to lace up the kids with about 95%. So it was a smaller
That's
school.
achievement,
It was a
dog.
smaller
That's
school,
achievement.
but that to hear that our donations will hit about 95% of that school.
Hell
That's
yeah.
that's a blessing right there, and that was a group effort, man. It's I never take full credit anything that we do, because believe me, there's still people on the sidelines, and there's people behind me that, and on the side of me, I should say, not never behind me, on the side of me, that always put in work and that always give. They may not be there physically sometimes, but there's a lot of people behind us, and it's not even just Misfits. It's Raider Nation, period. It's Raider Nation, period, that always come through for events like this, because we all believe in
That's
one
going
thing,
Dagger
that's
family,
to
my
give
boy.
back. It's and that's where the family thing comes out of, bro. Because it really is a family thing in the Raider Nation. So we were able to, like I said, we were able to lace up by 95%. Little backstory, behind that. Mario knows all too well about this backstory. Getting there, there was like, it was some issues. Just getting there, there was some issues for us, as far as there's a little situation, and it just felt like it was that it was just like it was just like that there was some bumps, man. There was some bumps that was trying to hold us back from getting there. We ended up getting there, and then we did the damn thing. Everybody came through. Going home, that was a different story, but that heat kind of wore us down, man. I thought I was going to go down for a second. I know other people that were there that day kind of felt really dizzy. They felt like they were throwing up. I know Rock's wife, Lala, she was kind of hit hard by it.
Absolutely.
And we were there with her, man, because me and my wife were hard hit too. Some of my guys were hard hit. So we kind of recovered at one of our members' house, a Las Vegas President Javier Cornejo. And then going home was a different story for us. My vehicle had some issues going back as well. So it was, and I honestly didn't get home. We didn't come home until about 3:45, 4 in the morning that day. And our day started off around the same time. So it was about a 24-hour non-sleep day. But then when I see the donations, and when I hear that we hit 95% of those kids, it all makes it worth it. It all makes it worthwhile to me.
Makes it worth it, man.
It does make it worthwhile to me to hit 95%. That's a big deal for us, because that's why we do it. And some little sacrifices that we all make can make some kids' day, because like that school was telling, we had a little meeting with that school, and they were just so appreciative, and they were just like, we're a full Title I school, very low income, and we don't really get too much help. So a lot of these kids sometimes come and they have boxes of clothes there. They have extra shoes there. They have we saw with their room that they hold all this stuff in. Some of these kids sometimes come in with holy shoes, and they don't have right clothes. This school will lace them up with shoes, and they will give him clothes. They were appreciative about the mixture of colors, because not every kid's gonna have the same. You could be like, ooh, the kids will be like, ooh, you have that cool lime green color. Oh, but look, I have a cool yellow one. You know what I mean? It's cool for these kids, man. It's cool for them.
Especially nowadays, my boy. Like nowadays, we're like as much as like the cyberbullying and shit like that, man. Like it helps out, man. It's the blessings of seeing the kids smile, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of people take that for misfortune. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we're Raider fans. Yes, we look like cholos. Yeah, don't let the look fool you, man. You know what I mean? Can't judge a book by the cover. We do what we do, man, and we give back. And see the kids happy is what it's all about, man. And
it's all about the kids.
I know Mike Kana, he had a little trouble on the way, man, but like the saying goes, man, in the long run, you know what I mean? I remember my boy texted me. He's like, fool, you need to fucking roll one up or something. And I just told him, look, my boy, wish I could hug you through the phone. It's going to be all worth it in the end, dog.
It was just,
and then look out.
It gets real stressful, bro. It does get real stressful. It gets real stressful sometimes. I'm putting on these.
But that's
events,
why we're here, my boy. That's why we're here to back you up.
Sometimes these events, man, it could wear down on a person, because you got to make sure all your P's and Q's are there, everything's, dotted on the I. You got to make sure all this stuff, and and like I said, it can get stressful sometimes, but I have good people behind me, and I don't like to say behind me. I like to say on the side of me. You know what I mean? Because I believe that we're all equal. You know what I mean? And I believe that in every sense, even in even in life, I believe we're all equal people, no matter between race, age, color, everything. We're all equal, and I believe that. I really truly believe that. And I never like to say, oh, I got people behind me. I just say on the side of me, because you might see me. I always say, look, you might see me a lot here and there, and the face here and there, but that doesn't come without a lot of encouragement, without a lot of you could do it, bro, and you got this. Because there's sometimes I fall, you know what I mean? There's a lot of times where I'm like, I'm out of it. I'm out of it. I'm like, why do I, who doesn't have those moments, bro, where you're just like, why am I doing this? Or why am I here? It's just hard. It's hard on my body. It's just hard on my system, hard on my mental. But I got good people standing beside me who are just like encouraging. And it's not just my club. It's like guys like Raider Rock. It's guys like Wayne Mabry, my mentors really that I look to. And all these people that I have on this show are people that I've actually look up to. Raider Rock. I mean, Raider Iron Man. Wayne Mabry. These are guests that I've had on the show because they're people that I actually look up to. If they haven't really, if they don't know that, they need to know that. You know what I mean? And I don't see myself above these people. I see myself actually looking up to them and encouraging me and being, it's like, I don't see it as competition. I don't see that. I don't see competition. I see as like, ooh, I see Raider Rock doing all these things. Hell yeah. I want to do it too. I'm going to match you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to match you. I'm going to match your energy. I'm going to match your energy because of you. I like your energy, and I'm going to match it. And a person that I always look up to as well, that I want to get on this show as well, is Cynthia IE from the Wrecking Crew.
Absolutely.
I have a lot of love for that girl. I have a lot of love for her, man. I have a lot of love for her. And I told her personally that I really see her like as she's on a level. And I see, and there's just, I really like her energy, bro. And I like her giving back, and it comes from the heart with her. And that's the kind of person that I want to look up to, man. And that's the kind of people that I want around me. That positivity is what you need around you, man. And these events really bring everybody together, and it really brings a positivity. And then it kind of like, as far as the competition, there's no competition when the Raider Nation. I like I said, I don't want there to be competition, but there is sometimes, but for the most part, there isn't. And then, one person does something, and then they're encouraged to do something in their city. The Outlaws are encouraged to, they see us, cool, we're going to do something like them. Cool. And like, it's like, I'm looking like, yeah, they're doing that thing. You know what I mean? Like, it makes you smile. It makes you smile, and it makes you feel good, and I like seeing stuff like that, bro. And these back to school events and these cancer events and these things that I see pop up everywhere. It's real encouraging right now, man. It's really encouraging, and it really brings a smile to your face when you see this stuff going on, bro. I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, I know Lobo feels a certain way about these things too. I know Lobo loves to see these things. I know Charlie does, and I know everybody on here does. But
it's all about it, man, because we're all family man too, man. You know what I mean? We're all family man. We all know how it is too, man. You know what I mean? And like it says, with this competition shit, man, like it's stupid. There should be no competition. We're one nation. I mean, we're one big ass family, dog. We all vote for the same team. We all vote for that silver and black. It's not about, oh, well, I could do it better than him, or I could do it that. It ain't about that, my boy, because people switch up just like money, my boy. You know what I mean? They change for a motherfucking dollar.
Yes, sir.
And so it's real shit, my boy. It's real shit, and it's sad. Like, it's really sad, dog, because
that whole thing is good for me.
We are a big ass. We're not just fucking, you know what I mean, in Vegas, dog. We're fucking worldwide, dog. It's Raider Nation everywhere, bro.
We're stronger together, bro.
We're stronger together. Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? We all won, G. We all won, and that hating shit needs to stop, man. We don't count favors, homie. We don't do that shit. We do it out of love. We stand by it. It's a family thing. You know what I mean? We live by that shit.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
definitely, no doubt, absolutely. What were we gonna say, Lobo?
I was gonna say that the thing that I like the most about that is that I'm watching my brothers do all this shit, but then on the side of me, the kids are watching. My kids are watching it. You know what I mean? And they're like, so they go to school, and my daughters and my sons go to school, and they're like, look, there was this kid, and we stood up for him, and there was this kid, and daddy, they come home, and daddy, this kid needs help, and this kid needs this and this and that.
Yeah,
they know, like, it's into them. They grew into them, and it's never like, oh, sugar free. It's never. It's always my uncles. My uncles. What are they doing?
yeah, that's a family.
Like, and it's a big ass family. Like, and like my boy Charlie said that there's gonna be hate and shit, but all that shit needs to stop, bro. Because it's a unit. We're all a unit, and this is the side of the nation that a lot of people don't see. Like, to a lot of people, it's, oh, they're cholos and they're thugs and this and that and this and that and this and that.
Exactly.
But they don't see this side right here. Don't get me wrong, we are what we are, but they don't see this side right here.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I mean, they always. I've been doing this for a few years. I've been doing this for a few years, man. And I've had a lot of instances where a lot of me and friends and me and other Raider people show up somewhere, and they're just like, oh man, you know what I mean? Here they come. You know, you can see the faces. You can see the faces. You can see them start to look away. You know, and then but they don't see the bags of things we're bringing. You know what I mean? Like, we're bringing this, but then when they see that and they see like we're cool, we're giving hugs. I'm a hugger. I'm giving hugs, bro, and I'm just like, hey, what's going on? You know, I want to, hey, bro. I haven't seen you in a long time, man. What's going on, bro? I'm showing love, and they see everybody showing love. They're like, oh, these guys are cool, man. These guys are cool, bro. Like, it changes their perspective. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to change people's way of thinking. We're trying to change the way you think of Raider fans. Like, we're trying to, this new generation needs to see different. They need to see different, bro. We're doing it for these kids. Because they
judge us right off the book. Right out. They judge us.
No matter what, bro. No matter what. Kids are always watching, my boy. I was a kid.
You always have these kids' eyes on you, bro.
I looked up to my cousins, you know. I seen that shit, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? I seen the shit that we're doing. Like, it's like, come on, man. Like, it's obvious, man. You know, like the same goes. We've been in them shoes. We know. And time for a change, man.
Yeah, that's where I draw a lot of my energy from, is from the kids. When we're out there and we're out in that heat, you know, and we're working, you know, trying to get them pictures, trying to talk to everybody. Sometimes we can't communicate because we in the gear. But we definitely try to go out there and make those events and make it special, right? Because when those kids go home, one of the good stories, we had the Raider Misfits barbecue, and one of the kids came up to me at that barbecue and said, hey, Rock, you know, every time I go to an event, I bring my PlayStation with me. And then he goes, but I didn't even bring it out this time because we were so busy and you had us having so much fun. This is what I love. I love Raider Nation when we're like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to get on that. I need to make sure that you have more events for the kids like this, right? But that's where that energy comes. And then all of a sudden you take that positivity, you start sharing it with everybody. And then it just flows around. Like Joe says, you do one thing, another club starts to do the same thing in their neighborhood. And it just flows out, right?
Yeah, and it brings a smile to your face when you see it happening, bro. Like, it really makes me feel good. I'm like, yeah, man, those are the homies over there, man, doing their thing over there. Hell, and we reach out as a club, and I'll be like, hey, how can the Misfits help you guys, bro? Like, please, you know, even if we could give 20, 30, 40 bucks, bro, you know what I mean? And that doesn't matter. Like, that's just something to show our appreciation, you know, that for you guys doing something and doing something for these kids. That's our way of showing support. I don't care who it is. I don't care what club. I don't care who it is. If you reach out to the Misfits and you reach out to us and it's on a positive note, we will help you. You know,
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
will
sir.
give you that. I will give you that guarantee as far as from right now, as the Misfits and speaking for the Misfits and speaking out for the rest of my guys. If you reach out to the Misfits, any one of my members, on a positive note, on any of my members, and you looking for help, it doesn't even have to be public. It could just be on the down low. It don't have to be. We're not doing it for publicity. We're not doing it. We could keep your name out or whatever. We're not doing it to take pictures. A lot of this stuff that we take pictures for or we show, it's pretty much just to motivate and inspire. That's
Yes,
that's what it's for. I get
That's
once
gonna
again,
motivate.
I refer to Wayne Maybury, who told me that it's about motivating and inspiring. And so I get that from that. And then he even taught me, you know what? I had a conversation with him and he was like, bro, he's like, man, don't get involved in the left or the right. Don't sway left, don't sway right. He said, walk right in the middle. You walk right in the middle and you meet everybody at the end and you give everybody a hug at the end. You don't sway left and you don't sway right. And so that's how I do it, man. I don't sway left and I don't sway right, and I don't take sides. I'm gonna love both of you guys. If you guys are beefing over something stupid, I don't care, because I love both of you. Because why? Because you're Raider Nation, and that's what we do. You know what I mean? We're brothers at the end of the day. We're brothers. We're sisters. My nephews. I don't even say those. Lobo, how's your kids? I say, how are my nephews? How are my nephews? Charlie? How are my nephews doing, bro? How are my nieces doing? How's and this. I have my guys are there. I'm the godfather of some of my guys of my members. You know what I mean? We're connected to life. We're not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we're connected. Those are my godchildren. You know what I mean? And they're misfits. Those are little misfits. You know, they're like not even 1 year old. The word grew, and I got my nephew Zeke. He's a misfit. You know what I mean? He's a misfit growing up, and he might not even be a Raider fan, but he'll be a misfit. You know what I mean? Like, that's
he's gonna be a Raider fan.
Yeah, that's just what it is, man. And that's the love. Yeah, that's the love that we gotta be showing as a people in general. And as Raider fans, bro, that's just
you want the prime example. You want the prime example? My wife is a Seahawk fan.
Yeah,
but she's a misfit.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
She a lady misfit.
It's just the love that we have to be showing. And we welcome everybody and anybody. And like I said, we will help anybody who reaches out to us. I will tell you right now. Anybody watching, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook too. Look, if you reach out to any one of my members, if they represent the Misfits, you reach out to them. We will help you on a positive note. You need help with food. We have pantries in the LA County. We have pantries in San Bernardino County. And I have members in multiple cities. If you need help with food, you need help with something. Even if we can give you a $10, $15, $20, whatever, just to help you feed your family for the day or put some gas to get you to work or something, we will do that. We will do that. We will help you. And it's not just my club. It's anybody in the Raider Nation that will do the same. And if we can't help you as a club, I know plenty of people in the Raider Nation who will help you without no questions asked. Plenty of good people. Raider Rock is one of them. Just one of many people that will help you and without no questions asked. So all I can say is just don't hesitate. Don't hesitate, man. Don't hesitate. Even if it's just an ear to listen to. Believe me, I have people that call me just for an ear to listen to. They just want someone to talk to, man.
Yes, sir.
It happens, bro. It does happen. We're all human, man. We all have emotions, and I lean on my brothers. I lean on my brothers all the time. I know I talk to my guys multiple times a day. You know what I mean? Just to say what's up, just to see what I'm eating in the morning. You know what I mean? Like,
we do that shit too.
Just to kind of keep track of people. That's what we do. We get on each other's nerves sometimes too. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes we get on each other's nerves, but we love each other at the end of the day. And that's the kind of love that we need to have these kids looking at and showing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what they need to see.
It's just like with us, the main thing is like, you'll see us, we go out of our way to stay in contact with each other. Like, we plan trips to go see each other. And that's the way it's got to be. And it's not necessarily like me, for example, like, I still talk to people from Wrecking Crew. I talk to people from everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what it is. Like, there ain't no hatred. There ain't none of that over here. Like,
there's no jealousy, no hatred. It's just like, hey, man, when can we get together? I'm gonna be over there, man. Let's go have dinner. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be in Arizona or something. Hey, Rock, I'm gonna be in Arizona. Let's have a barbecue. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
let's
Like,
come over to the house, bro.
yeah, you know, exactly. Like
The door's
that's
open.
the love. That's the
And
love.
that's what
that
it
we-
was like.
Yeah, that's
The
the
minute-
that's just the love.
The minute I put that post, like saying, like, all right, guys, I'm gonna move finally to Vegas. Like, dude, Taco, Yaya,
Yeah,
Villanos, they were like, hey, when you coming down? Like,
yeah.
let me know if
My
you
boy.
need help.
We all want to hit. We all want to help. We all want to kick it. We want you to get a pool, though. That's one thing we need you to
Right?
get, Lobo.
Yeah, I already know.
You know, we need
That's-
you to get a pool. I know.
That's the
No,
first thing.
Alicia, yeah, I
That's the
know
first thing
Alicia
Alicia
said that
said.
that
She
was
was
her
like, I
thing
ain't
that
going
she-
down there without a pool.
Yeah, you need to get a pool. We need to have a big pool party. But you know what I mean. But that's
I'm gonna buy an inflatable one, fool.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. That's what the Misfits is all about. It's a
Hey,
family, man, and helping everybody out. Yeah, man, no doubt, man. And all the information, everybody, if you want the Misfits to
Like,
help,
watch
you
out,
know,
fool, watch out.
or Misfits Kitchen to
Yeah.
come and cater your next party, man, all you got to do is
Send a message to
check
any of
out
us.
the all the
any of the
information
guys.
is down on the comment section below. Hey, everybody, man, guess what, man? This, well, you really can't see on the, oh, there we go, right there.
There you go, there you
This
go.
next segment is brought to you by the one and only Dulces Tóxicos. Okay, so everybody, it's the hottest candy that's coming out. All right, and it's coming straight from the new home of the Raiders, Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, so Dulces Tóxicos, check it out. And everybody, man, we got a really, 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 really special guest today. Okay, and you know, when I was just real quick, man, when I was out there in that, you know, excruciating heat, man. I saw Raider Rock. I didn't get a chance to talk to Raider Rock because you know I was busy all day, man. But I saw him out there, and he was in full. There it is. That's what's up, man. And he was in full. Yes, full regalia, and he was all the way out, man. And it didn't matter how hot it was, man. He was 100%. Everybody. Emilio, aka Raider Rock, man. Welcome to the Raider Nation Misfits podcast, man. We're really happy
Honored
to
to
have
be
you
here,
brother.
Absolutely.
All right, man, and thank you for taking time to be here with us, brother. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. How did you get into this Raider Nation, man? You know, where did your love for the Raiders start, and how did the whole Raider Rock persona come about?
Oh, those are some good questions, man. So basically with Raider Nation, my grandmother and my aunt are Raider fans. But my dad, he's a Charger fan. And so what he told me was, he's like, I want you to research the teams and see what you like about the team before you pick your own team. Because he likes rivalry in the house. He likes to always be that kind of guy. Like, let's have a little fun on Sunday. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. So then I started reading up on like Al Davis and how he was a Maverick, hired the first black coach, hired the first woman CEO. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, you know what? Got the first Mexican coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, this is my guy, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you saw that, then I was like, you know, I'm kind of a Maverick myself. I want to do things. I want to change things. So I got some ideas in this dome that I got, just be bouncing around. I'm like, okay, let me come up with some ideas. So my wife, she actually got us into where we started hanging out with different clubs. And I started seeing the whole super fan persona thing. And I loved like Leland Claw, his daughter, you know, she had cancer, little Cece. Mm-hmm. And one of the things about it is that he always showed love to the kids. And then I got to start meeting some of the other super fans. And as I was going through that, I was like, you know what? If I become a character, let me go out there. Let me research who's out there. Let me figure out, you know, if we have this type of character, we have that type of character. I don't want to be like anybody else, but I wanted to be a foundational piece, right? I wanted to be something that showed strength, stability, right? But I also wanted to be there with the kids, so I didn't want to be too scary, right? Yeah. So then I started researching, bro, and literally I went through Instagram, went through the Facebook, we went through Twitter, we went through what's that other one that we went through? Snapchat. I mean, we went through all the social medias, right? Yeah. And so when I went through, I saw a couple things there, and I was just like, you know, I seen other characters, and they were like the same character, but on different areas, right? And I was like, nah, I don't want to really do that. So then I was like, but I want to be something that's kind of a superhero, because I love playing the superhero, right? Like when things go wrong, I want to step in and help out. Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
if something happens, I want to be strong enough to push through. And when we were out there, like with you, Joe, right? We were out there, and even when the cop rolled up and started coming up, I was ready to walk over, like, oh crap, here we go, you know. But then, you know, the homie started screaming Raiders over the loudspeaker, and I was like, oh, this is great, you know.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
So at that point, you know, like once I became Raider Rock, I found an artist to help me create it. We worked on a lot of things and tried to fit foam everywhere because we wanted something that could work with the autistic kids. And I don't know, you know, how many people know about autism, but with autistic kids, they love to touch stuff and they need to like feel things. Yeah. And so with the Raider Rock suit, it literally is something that you can touch, you can hit on. It's still soft enough. Yeah. The only problem then is like when you're in that heat, bro, it really keeps that heat in. Right?
I could imagine, bro.
And so I remember being over here at the Cardinal Stadium. We were outside. It was like 125 outside. Ooh. And the wife, she even started not feeling well during that event. But little Cesar Resendez, right? Yeah. He came up to me and he goes, "You're no longer Rock." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "You're Lava Rock, homie. You're burning it up, bro." And I was like, "Oh man, you know." So I was like, okay, so I got some new ideas for my gear to hook it up to be a little bit different in the next coming years, just to have fun with it. But I did want the originality. I wanted something that spoke like a superhero to be there for the people. So
yeah, that's cool, man. I remember that Cardinal game. There was a heat advisory out there. Yeah, and it was only like four Raider tents out there, like the crazy ones. I think I was one of the ones that out there, bro. It was bad that day. There was a heat advisory. Like I had a mail person come and she worked for the mail. She was a mail carrier. She's like, "Man, we couldn't even go to work today." You know, it was like that bad out there.
It was bad, bro.
Then I saw you guys coming. Yeah, I think you guys were at a bar or something, and you guys had walked.
Yeah, over from McFadden's. Yeah,
exactly. You guys walked from McFadden's. Mm-hmm. And you guys walked over there, and I was like looking like, God damn, you know, like they got to be dying in those things. Like, and then I commend you guys, man. Sometimes I don't even know how you guys are out there in those suits, but I know that the fuel for you is probably those kids, man. That's the fuel for you. I can imagine though the heat. I don't even want to imagine, tell you the truth.
You know, during that game, I'll share with you guys this story. So while I was at that game, we literally had a few groups that were out there, like the Phoenicians and the Diehards were out there. And we got to talk to one of the guys from the TV stations to get them on TV, right? Mm-hmm. And at that point, I thought, man, this is going to be the highlight of my day, right? But then I walked over, and then I had a little Down syndrome girl that walked up to me. She was a Cardinal fan. Yeah. Right. Uh-huh. But she came up and she hugged me for like 8 minutes. And then so I just stood there, and then people were lining up to try and take pictures and do stuff. Yeah. But I just stood there and let her have that whole 8 minutes. I didn't stop hugging her. I just let her hug me until she was done. Right. Yeah. Yeah. And the smile that was on her face, dude, like that carried me through months. Because every time I see that picture, every time I look back and say, you know what, in that moment, I know she was going back and talking and just saying, you know what, guess what I did, you know? And
yeah, she was super excited. Probably
she was just so excited. Cool, yeah.
She was able to hug a superhero. That's
cool as fuck.
You know what I mean?
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Hey, mad respect, dog. Like,
appreciate that.
Shit, bro. Like, that's some cool shit, dog. Like, that's some like teary-eyed type of shit.
I will tell you this though, man. There are a lot of times like we have some really emotional moments that we don't get captured on a phone, or we don't put up. Like we do capture it. Like my wife captures a lot of stuff, and when I'm in my gear, I don't see it, right? So when I come home and I replay these videos or re-look at all these pictures that we see, and sometimes, man, like tears come to your eyes because you're like, man, you know what? That's crazy. But then it's really crazy when the parents reach out and they say, you know what? You changed my kid's whole life. Like my kid wasn't even talking. My kid wasn't doing this. Now all of a sudden they're out there. They're ready to be a part of the world again. Yeah. And it's that connectivity, right? And it only takes a moment to reconnect. And COVID taught us that, right? Because when we were all locked up in the homes, I think a lot of that separation anxiety, even for me, I miss seeing all you guys, right? I was used to going to events, see you guys, like at least some of you for a month, you know what I mean? I would see people.
It sucked,
couldn't do nothing. And I was like, let's connect, you know? And so lately, I will say I love Raider Nation. I love going back out. When I see everybody, I love the hugs that we get. I love the love that they give to the wife, you know, because that's important, man. Like if my wife ain't feeling it, she's like, let's go.
Oh,
you know?
Oh, same here. Yeah, I feel you.
And so the thing is,
I think that's all of us.
Yeah.
You know, she be tugging at me. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
If the rider dies not feeling it, we're leaving. You know what I mean? Like I'm leaving. Sorry. You know, no questions asked. I'm not even gonna say why. I'm just gonna be like, let's go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Mama said it's time to go.
Yep.
Right.
So I'm pulling you by the ear.
It's time to go. I can't do. I can't do
they don't even have to say that shit. They just give us that look, fool up.
Yeah,
And
it
it's time to
only
go.
takes that look.
Hey,
and I
but
get
in
that
Vegas-
look all the time, bro.
I was gonna
get
say,
that look all the time.
I like, you guys see the look underneath them big old glasses they got on now?
Oh,
You know
man,
what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's like I get those.
Them
looks
sunglasses
all
be
the
like
time,
this
bro.
big. You be like, is she looking at me? Is she looking at me?
Man,
No.
All you gotta do is see the
I get those
mouth movement to
lasers, man. I get those
She
lasers.
both
Like,
looking
you know,
at you.
it's like I see it. I can feel it, bro. Like I can feel it. You know, like I can feel the heat. You know what I mean? Like
He's feeling
I
it
was
right
like,
now, for what?
He said, "Oh shit, shh, quiet, dog."
Right now, you're gonna see me be like, no, but not me. I didn't say it.
Yeah, man.
all of a sudden, Lobo ain't gonna show his left eye. Like he's gonna be like this.
Right? I'm be
This
like
side
that,
of the face,
bro.
like-
All swollen and shit.
Hey, he's gonna be like, "Hey, bro, I don't know what happened. Keep going."
Hey, you're gonna
Yeah.
see me on the shit like this.
He's like, "Hey, no Lobo at the dark, dog. No Lobo."
We
at
see
the
that
dark."
little chancla fly through.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man.
No,
No doubt,
but
man. Hey,
That's that love, though. So
that's what's up,
appreciate
man.
that.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what's up.
Hey, Emilio, man, thank you for sharing that with us, man. That's an amazing story, man. And now, you know, I want to ask you about just let's talk a little Raiders here, man. You know, everybody has a favorite player of all time. There's so many great Raider players, man. Can you give us like maybe who is like maybe one of your top Raiders of all time, and then give us like maybe one of your top Raider moments, you know, as a fan, watch it, whether you were watching on TV or live or whatever, man. Top player and top moment, man, for you as a Raider fan.
So I'll say this. So Tom Flores has always been an inspiration for me. And I really love the fact that he's going into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
That's right. Amen.
That homie, like, he really led the way. And then when I was sitting there, I got to meet Greg Townsend a while back. And when he was telling me the stories about Tom, and then all of a sudden when I did get to meet Tom and I asked him to verify some of the things that Townsend was saying, and the homie just let me know, like, he was like, yeah, if I said, get your butt back in there and play this down, I don't care if you have a concussion, get in there. Right. Yeah. And I want the ball back. So go give me that sack. Right. Give me that sack fumble. And I was like, man, it was like that, huh? And he goes, yeah, everybody knew you ain't messing with Tom Flores. Right. So favorite coach of all time, Tom Flores. Right. Favorite player, though, Jack Tatum, the assassin.
Okay.
You know, we all know, like, if you're gonna lay somebody out, he was laying.
You do it
out,
right.
Right. Like, I'm not gonna do this 50%, 70%. I'm trying to take this. I don't want him to come through the middle anymore. They're gonna get them alligator arms. Here, I'm gonna catch this ball, right? Like, don't come over the middle. And that dude put the fear in everybody, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's my old school player. But my favorite moment, well, I actually have two. So I was with my dad at a Charger game, and old Seabass was kicking the football through the end zone, through the uprights. Well, they had the net up, right? He literally had a space, I'm gonna say just enough for the football to fit through. And homeboy was hitting it from 60 yards out straight to me in the stands. Damn. And then so the first time I was like, oh man, that was cool. You know, you get all excited. And my nephew's next to me and he's like, damn, I can't believe you caught that, right? And then all of a sudden I threw the ball back because, you know, they need the ball back. And then all of a sudden he did it again from 65 yards. And I was like, hell no, I'm trying to run with this ball. I ain't trying to give it back. Security had to come get me and make me give it back, right? But that moment with Seabass, because my dad was watching, he's like, Seabass gonna be a Hall of Famer too one day, son. And that's just cool that we have a moment that we got to share father-son, right?
Yeah.
But my ultimate favorite moment was when Charles Woodson came back to the Raiders. And
there you go.
And his last night, the final speech that he gave, that was the most heartfelt Raider speech I ever heard.
Yeah, man.
And to
against the
there,
Chargers.
exactly, and to sit there and just watch him give up the big O.
Yes.
You know, I love that, man. He really epitomized what Raider Nation and what Raiders are about, right? Like, if you're gonna be in, be 100% in. You know, don't halfway put a half foot in, come in and do it all the way. And then for him to come back from Green Bay after he won his championship, I give that guy so much love, because he knew he wasn't on the best of teams, but he still gave it his all, even when he was hurt. He came back out. He played hurt. He did everything a Raider and everything I expect from a Raider player, right? Get back on the field, play for your team, because we're here as fans. We're here cheering you on, bro. We don't want to lose.
His wife was in the stands and said, "Get your ass back in that game."
She probably was. Threw a chocolate from the sideline.
Get your lazy ass up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man.
You gonna get
know,
this bonus.
same thing. Seawood too.
You
Also,
cut off tonight, or they should go score that touchdown.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, man. Also, Seawood. He gave the the speech on the last game at the Oakland Coliseum. He also gave the speech at halftime too, which was pretty cool, man. So yeah, you're right. He is definitely I guess the epitome of the commitment to excellence. And you're right, man. Even though he got his ring with someone else, he deserved it. That they were a quality team and they knew he was the best guy out there, so they picked him up, and that took him over the top.
Yeah, but he came back, and that's the key, right?
Yeah.
So you got your championship, you got what you needed, but you came back home and you showed Raider Nation the love, and you tried to help teach these young bucks, like, hey, this is what being a Raider is about, right? Yeah. And even now, when we talk about the team right now and how they're kind of in an influx, I wish Charles Woodson was one of our coaches, bro. I just wish he would go out there and just like tell them, hey, man, every day I expect this, right? Because the love that he puts out there, the passion that he still has, I almost think he could still play, right?
Yeah, man, absolutely. No, you're right, man. I wish I wish Jonathan Abrams would take some time and study from this guy, or whatnot, man. Definitely. Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. See, well, thank you for sharing that and that Janikowski story, man. That's amazing, man. That dude was amazing. He did some amazing things, and definitely a great Raider as well. Now let's get down to the business of the season, Emilio, man. Raider rock. Let's right here, everybody. And we're gonna let Sugar Free. He's about to come back in right now. So a couple shows back. Yeah, exactly, man. A couple shows back, we did some predictions for the season, right? And it's crazy, man, because believe it or don't, man, I think we had the Raiders going like the games. It's 18 games.
We were 17-1.
17-1, man. So it's crazy, man. 17-1, brother. You might have a different perspective. We got that Raider heart over here, right?
Right.
What possibly, and we won't know, man, because training camp's coming up July 27, right? And then we have and then we got the preseason and everything, and that'll break it down to the 53-man roster. And then Gruden, you never know. With Gruden, will trade the best player on the team at any moment. So anyways, my point is this, man. What are your predictions, possible predictions for this year, man, coming up?
So when I looked at the schedule, I had us at 11-5.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And that's barring injury. I think that with a lot of the new players that we have on defense, I think that they'll start to get better by around week 6. If they start to gel together and we get that speed on the field, because I think that that's the key right now. Can we get those speed guys like Divine Diablo? Can you get Tanner Muse out there? Can you get, some of these other faster guys, the homeboy from Illinois, to come in? And then, then we got the TCU Trayvon Moorick back there. How long are they going to take to really gel and feed off of each other, right? I like the Yannick Ngakoue pick when we picked him up, because that homie, I think he brings that level of, no, we got to do this, right?
Yeah.
And the accountability is now there. So I think in our first few games, I think we might drop a few, right? And to me, that's the biggest thing is once we get past that from week 6 on, I expect us to be in every game, and I expect us to have a good defense to where, even if we have to have a shootout, it doesn't have to be on Derek Carr to win it. I think the defense should show up and win a couple for us towards the end, but I think 11-5 is a reasonable expectation for them because I know that they're not all the way where they want to be as far as like, they're still not sure about our linebackers, right?
Mm-hmm, right.
They're still not sure, how the safeties, because they're all young now, right? Having Casey Hayward out there on the corner now, I think that helps us because it gives us a veteran presence. But we still have to see, is Trayvon Moehrig that guy? Is he going to be the Seawood up in the middle? Is he going to get us some interceptions? We're going to get that ball back for our offense. So I'd like to see that happen. And as well as on the offense, I like the Kenyon Drake pickup, right? I like having him as a backup to Josh Jacobs and get that guy some rest and let Jacobs have more fourth quarter runs instead of being run down by the time the fourth quarter gets there, right? So I think overall, if we hit 11-5 and make the playoffs, I think we'll be a good team, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And we're looking forward to it. And thank you for sharing that with us. Next week we're going to do our special on the we're going to do a 3-week special on the defense. And next week we're going to start with the defensive line. Then we'll get into linebackers and we'll get into the secondary. But just real quick, let me throw some names at you real quick. So the returning players, and we're talking defensive line here, okay? We got Max Crosby, Clelin Ferrell, Jonathan Hankins, Carl Nassib, Kendall Vickers, Jerry Green, and Niall Scott. Then we got the new additions, right? Yannick, who you mentioned earlier. We got Solomon Thomas, who came over from, I think, San Francisco. Quentin Jefferson, Malcolm Kuntz, Darius Flilan, Matt Dickerson, Darius Stills, right? Maybe some of these names are familiars. Maybe some of these names we're unfamiliar with, but just what I threw at you right there. And we know that core is going to cut down after training camp. Does that sound like a group that can get to the quarterback, in your opinion?
So I will say this. So Darius Stills, if you watch college football, this is a man that's hungry, right? Mm-hmm. This is a man that he's a little undersized, but he plays with the passion of a Raider, right? So I hope he makes our squad, because I think if you can get him in the middle and push that middle of the pocket, it's going to help our ends to be there, right?
Yeah.
I think we have enough people in there to mix it up and keep it fresh. The question is, what are Mike and Gruden going to do? You know what I mean? Are we going to trade some of these fools away right at the last second to have more capital for next year? Or are they going to keep some of these younger guys and just roll with it? Like, I don't think Carl Nassib is going to make it, right? I think Malcolm Kuntz takes that spot. And like, that's where I was talking about that speed. We need to see the speed off the edge, bro. We haven't had nobody do like since we don't want to mention Mac, you know what I mean? But, since he was here, we didn't have nobody come around the edge and be swatting that ball, man. Like, we need somebody out there to help that. And then to give, Yannick some rest, give Max Crosby some rest. I know those guys think that they have the biggest motor, but hey, man, you still need your rest. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you can be fresh in that fourth quarter and make some plays, right? So having those guys, and I really think that Solomon Thomas, I think that homie's hungry, because I think he's tired of everybody talking about how he was a first-round pick and he's a loser, right? And so I think, him replacing Maurice Hurst, I hope it's a good switch off, right?
Right.
So
I know it's old news. How did you feel about that? The Maurice Hurst getting let go. I know that's old news already, but what was your reaction to that?
It was tough, bro. He was one of my guys. I wanted to pick him early in the draft, like by the 3rd round. And then when we got him later, I was happy when we got him, because I watched him play and he has a passion. I just think that in the system that we were using, he wasn't being utilized properly. And that's one of the biggest things with watching the game, bro, is when we have these coordinators come in and under Paul Gunther, when you don't utilize the players in the way that they're built to be used, like you're not playing to their strengths. So then all of a sudden it's like, look, you got to change your system up. You got to change it to where it helps them get to the quarterback, right? And we didn't see that happen. And that was one of the heartache things. So when Maurice left, I was saddened. And then for him to go to the damn 49ers, I was pissed, bro. I was like, no.
Sucked, bro. Paul Gunther sucked.
He did.
But let's just say that he never made adjustments. He never did, and he never used his players right. You didn't have the star-studded players, bro. But you can make some adjustments here and there. Blitz a little bit. Put some pressure on. Blitz. Put a mic line. Use your linebackers to the best of their ability, man. We had a couple of linebackers. Krakowski. I don't know. I'm not saying his name right, but he was good out there, man. But
yeah,
they didn't use these guys to their abilities. Gunther never made adjustments. They would go in at halftime. He would never do anything different. They came out and played zone all the time, and they never. It all starts at the trenches too. I mean, you have the defensive line. If they put pressure on the quarterback, I always say, look, I always say, look, I mean, if you don't put a pressure on the quarterback, I mean, the guy had sometimes these quarterbacks had like 5 minutes to throw the ball. You know what I mean? Like they were just sitting there picking and choosing where they could throw. They had forever to throw the ball. They had no pressure, and then they were double, triple teaming Crosby. They were chipping him with the running back. Because they knew that was the only one that was going to rush. Was Crosby, and he was playing hurt most of the year, anyways. And so he was just being a warrior playing in there, but they put so much pressure on Crosby, and he couldn't come through after a while because he was tired.
You muted yourself, Joe.
But it's like I always say, if you pressure the line, you get some pressure in the line, it helps the cornerback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the big key, man, is when I look at our defense right now, in the last few years, we haven't had the speed, right? So we're always getting beat up by the tight ends, right? And then we put these slow linebackers out there, and I'm like, look, they ain't even running the ball, right? They're spreading us out. They're utilizing their passing game, and they're just whooping our asses, right? And we got some guys that have speed, but then they're playing out of position. They don't know how to read what they need to read. And I'm like, well, is it them or is it somebody else? Is the coach just not telling them what they need to be doing? Like, I couldn't really blame it all on the players because, like, I saw some guys really trying hard, but they just couldn't. It seemed like the system wasn't meant for them, right?
Yeah. I think the whole system was Gunther's whole system was outdated, bro. Gunther's whole and if you watch the games, bro, the offense wasn't the problem. The offense wasn't the problem, man. It was the defense. The defense couldn't hold, and you could name right off the top of your head at least 3-4 games that the defense gave away. You know what I mean? The defense gave those games away. We could have had 10, 11 wins if the defense would have just held them at the end of the game. And it was so frustrating too, because you want to throw the remote, you want to get so mad. I would get mad, man. And it's just like, oh, it's so frustrating because you're almost
those fuckers would give up and shit.
Yeah, bro. It's like you see them doing work against the Chiefs. You see them doing work against the Chiefs, man. You're like, yeah, that's the team I know we could beat. That's the team I know we could beat. And then they come out and rank it the next week and lose by like 30. And you're just like, wow. You know what I mean?
Where did my players go?
Yeah, what happened? You're just like, wow, was that our Super Bowl? Like, was that our Super Bowl? Yeah, it feels good winning against the Chiefs. Any division rival, it always feels good.
Right.
But come on, you guys they just give up. They give us so much hope in the beginning of the year. The beginning of the season, they give us so much hope, bro. They're busting out 4 or 5 wins straight. We're like, yeah, this is our year. And then what? We lose like 6 in a row. And you're just like, wow, the past 2 or 3 seasons, bro.
Right. But speaking on that, so one thing I'm going to tell you guys, so like, because I study film and I break it down, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that I hate to say but Derek Carr does not. I don't know if he just don't trust his wide receivers on the outside, or if they were just too young. And hopefully this year, like he really is playing with them and hopefully building that chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Because like Brian Edwards, you know, he could be our next Jerry Rice if we needed him to be.
He's a good player, bro. He's a good player.
And he's got good hands. And I'm like,
yeah.
Why are you not giving this guy the opportunity? Like, give him the ball. I don't care
Throw
if it's 50-50. And you know what? If it's growing pains the year before, okay. I'd rather deal with that than you not even trying to get them the ball. And that was one of the things, like, you know, he does a lot of checkdowns. One of the cool things that I saw was when Mariota came in the game, right, against the Chargers, that fool was just letting it loose, right?
And that's Lobo's guy right there.
And then when he opened it up and he saw there was green grass in front of him, hey, he was like, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to get these yards, right?
He used his legs.
So I think that our offense could be even more prolific if we can actually open it up and let those wide receivers get some opportunities, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've said this since last season. I know Lobo. I don't know if he's on here or not, but I'm not a big Carr fan. I'm gonna say right now. I don't.
Boy.
He's a good person. You know, it's nothing personal, but I kind of feel like I'm not on the Carr bandwagon. I'm not his biggest fan, bro. You know, I just feel like he doesn't use his potential. I've always felt since he got hurt. Well, it was 2016. Yeah, was it 16 when he got hurt? He just never been the same.
Never been the same.
He's just never been the same quarterback, bro. Since he got hurt, he plays scared sometimes, and you know, and he panics. He'll panic and he'll throw it away. He won't use his legs. There's like times where he has the whole left side of the field to run, and he just doesn't run. You're trying to, you want to shake the TV, like run. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing?
I'm trying to kick him, like, go.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
I could see it over here on the TV. Like, it's wide open. This is, if it was Madden, bro.
Go for the touchdown. It's just frustrating. And then he has butterfingers, and he's always fumbling the ball. Whenever he's trying to do something, he fumbles. He has the butterfingers. So it's like I'm not attacking him personally. I'm not saying, you know, he's a bad person. I just feel like the Raiders they need to move on. I think honestly this will be his last year. I really feel this will be his last year. If they have another 7-8 win season, I really feel, and if he has all the weapons he needs, and he still doesn't kind of produce, because it's all about production in this league. It's all about what have you do for me lately. He might have the most passing yards in the league and the most passing yards ever as a Raider, but what has he done? You know, he really hasn't done anything. He really hasn't done anything, and he's just not. I just feel like Gruden. Honestly, I've always felt like Gruden wants his own guy in there. You know, Gruden wants a youngster or someone, his own guy that he chooses, because Carr wasn't really his guy. Carr wasn't a guy that he chose to be there for any reason. And I really feel that Gruden is eventually going to move on, at least maybe get a quarterback to maybe groom under Carr. Like he can feel like he can groom under Carr and then maybe move on for him. Maybe he gives Carr maybe a 1 or 2 year extension just to draft another quarterback under Carr so he can kind of maybe, you know, groom him. Because right now you got Mariota, but Mariota's he's kind of not past his prime, but I mean, he's not really young either, you know, and
they're the same age, right? They're the same age.
Yeah, I think they're like around 30. I think they're around 30 or something like that. So,
but you remember when Gruden had Gannon, right?
Yeah.
Most of us Raider fans didn't like Gannon at first, right? We were like, another retread, another guy coming in. Yeah. But then all of a sudden, Gannon started picking it up, right? Yeah. And then we had Wheatley and we had Napoleon Kaufman. Then, you know, the running game was going, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's like, hey, we had some of the 2 oldest wide receivers, Tim Brown and Jerry Rice, running on the same field, bro. Yeah. Right. And that's when we all were like, oh, Rich Gannon, bro, he was doing it, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden we had to play our coach the next year in the Super Bowl, and we lost that one. And I was there for that Super Bowl, right? So I was pissed, bro. I was like, no, this can't be happening to us, right?
What was our coach name? Joe Bugle?
Callahan. We had
Callahan.
Callahan.
It was
Okay,
the same
Callahan.
coach that came from the fucking church.
Didn't he run the same offense? The same offense that
John Gruden was running.
That they already knew what was coming.
Yeah.
I heard the
Exactly.
defense already knew what was coming, bro. Like the defense on Tampa Bay already knew what was coming. They knew what the next play was going to be.
They had that full playbook. It was the same one they were playing when they were on the same team.
Yeah, they had the playbook. They had the playbook.
He was fucking retarded.
And I was like, why can't our defense? I was like, why can't our defense hold them? Because they run in the same plays we run.
Exactly. They didn't want that guy didn't change nothing. He didn't change up nothing for that Super Bowl. And I remember them.
They needed to watch the water boy, dog, so he could fucking.
Yeah. I think Tampa got interviewed. The Tampa defense was interviewed, and they were like, "Man, we were practicing these plays on defense in practice. Yep. We knew that they were gonna throw, And then that was like so frustrating, man. I remember, but you have to be a diehard to be a Raider fan. Put it that way.
Absolutely.
You have to be loyal and to be a diehard to love the Raiders because we've lost so many years and we've had so many heartbreaks. That you're just like, man, we just want to win. You know what I mean? Like, we just want to win. That's all we want to do, whatever it takes. I don't care who you got to get in here. I don't care who you have to draft. I just give me some players that want to win, that are hungry. Yep. I don't care if the quarterback is 45 years old, but if he's going to give me a championship, I'm all for it. I don't care. That's pretty much what Raider fans are. If you wear that silver and black, we support you. Put it that way.
Yeah. And that's why I appreciate like Mariota. He could have stayed at $11 million as a backup, right, bro?
Yeah.
But he chose to take the pay cut because he knows if he learns this playbook, he can usurp Derek Carr and take over next year if he wanted to. Or if Derek Carr gets hurt this year and he steps in, he may never come back off the field.
Yeah, Mariota's not starting for the Las Vegas Five. Wait, hold on. I'm not an insider. I'll just tell everybody that right now. Mariota's not starting on this team. Derek Carr is a starting quarterback. Mariota is the best backup quarterback that a team can have.
You're a Mariota hater. You're a Mariota hater. Just say it like it is.
I'm happy to have.
Is he a Mariota hater for real?
He's a Mariota hater, bro, and he's a Carr lover. Say it like it is,
man. He'd be all in the
proud. He's a Carr supporter, and that's fine. He wants to be on that train. That's cool. But a lot of us have just been tired of that guy already. And I'm one of them, bro.
All right. Let's relax. Let's calm down.
No,
we're Raider fans. What?
No. Let's calm down. No, that's okay. You have a mic. You have a mic. You have a mic, and you don't have to yell. You have a mic, and you don't have to yell. No, that's what it. I just my bad. I just watched this team too long, so I just know what it is. Mariota is the best backup quarterback that a team can have, and I'm happy that we have him, and feel confident that if and when Carr goes down or whatever happens, he's having a bad game, that this guy will come over and he will produce, man. That's for sure. And we're just we're hoping for we're hoping for a great season. We're hoping that this defense improves. Everybody, remember, man, next week we're starting with our defense special. We're going to go through the defensive line, and then the week after we're going to go through the linebackers, and then we'll go through the secondary. But Emilio, Raider Rock, man, you gave us a great analysis of the defense and what to expect. 11-5, man. We got our fingers crossed. We're hoping for it, man. Hey, everybody, this next segment is brought to you by Misfits Kitchen. Everybody, man, for any kind of community event or party that you're gonna have, Misfits Kitchen, if you think it, man, they will cook it. And we have our guy Charlie right here, man, our music analysis right here, man. So Charlie, brother, this week, bro, you there, Charlie, man? I don't know if he left for a second or
I'm still here, bro.
Oh, okay, there you go. No worries, man. So this week, man, what do you tell us about your music pick, your music review for this week, my brother?
To be honest, bro, you know what I'm gonna go with, man? I'm gonna mix it up. You know what I mean? I always support my Chicano rap or, all my Raider, my Raider loves. So mix a little up. I'm gonna go with some Dom Kennedy. And it's gonna be Confidence.
Man, everybody, there it is, man. Don Kennedy Confidence. Everybody check that out. Make sure you're bumping it. And that's coming straight from, man, our music, man. Charlie, man, and he performed actually, and it was a great performance. We had a good time. Him and the brother Slow, man, they got down, and you know, they're also the authors of the Misfit anthem, man.
Let me go ahead and let's see if I get that track.
Hey, I love that anthem too, bro. That was tight.
Hey.
I like it.
Hey, good looking, man. I appreciate that. Let's see what the fun is. Let's see.
Chale Boy.
What it do?
Hey, man, shout out to Big Rojo, man.
I got shit. Hey, you know,
cracking, my boy.
Handling the business, you know.
Hey, compa.
What's
I
up?
I need a re-up, bro. I'm low right here, dog. On the Sabrositos.
I got you.
I knocked out the last ones right now, fool.
Yeah, man.
All
I need a re-up myself, man. It's been a minute, and I've been fainting for that, man. So we got to get that Sabrosito Rico, man. Here we go, man.
Check it out a little bit. Check it out. This is what it is right here. Look, give you a little taste. Goddamn ass, bro. My bad. I'm cheap. I mean, I ain't paying for no premium shit. Here we go. It's that Don Kennedy. That confidence. Give me some, bitch. More money, independent than your man did.
Yeah.
With the got it back again. Some. Give me some, bitch. Love how she walk with the confidence. To listen to Francis and Helly Hansen. Used to listen to Mac 10, and when the Mac 10, now I'm in traffic and playing my shit. Baseline serious, waistline serious. If she cute, say come here. We gon' fuck around it. Yo, all I know is real. I can't run to no shield. I got trust in that still. Got real. Pimp like Lou, but I only play for the bills. Yeah, I'm in my zone. She wants too much time.
All right.
Yeah, that's a little taste right there, my boy. You know,
That's what's up, man.
That Don Kennedy confidence. It's just what I don't know if you can see. Like that's what it looked like.
All right.
Probably can't see this. West Side. That's what the YouTube video gonna look like.
Hey, everybody. Well, make sure you check that out, man. Yeah, man. Good looking out, Charlie, man. And everybody, man, get ready because next week, Charlie, man, he'll have a different artist, man. So everybody, stay ready for next week, man. Hey, we're getting ready to wrap it up, man. But real quick, man, Rojo, man, I know you jumped out here, man. Rojo, man, why don't you give a shout out to everybody, man? Raider Nation, Misfits, and everybody, man.
Shout out to all the Misfits, everybody who went down to the event on the 10th. Gracias, man. You know, it was a good outcome. Yesterday, man, the people were so grateful for it, man. You know, that's what it's all about. You know,
exactly.
A lot of people get it twisted, you know, but we know what we about. You know, we're about giving back to the community, you know, helping people. Man, it was a good turnout. I know I wasn't able to attend, man, but, you know, I try to get to as many events as I can, you know, but thanks to all of you who showed up and supported, man. Great turnout, man. People were very appreciative of all the stuff we turned in, you know, and man, we just got to keep pushing it, man. Keep doing what we do. You know, that's what it's really about, man. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of people, you know, they think it's about partying and all that. You know, everything has its time and place. You know, we know what we're about, what we bring to the table, and what we got to do, you know. It's a family thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. Thank you, brother, man. We appreciate that, man. And we look forward to having you on the next one, man. And, you know, Emilio Raider Rock, man, thank you for coming on. Would you like to give some shout outs too, man?
Absolutely. To my wife, La, you know, always planning stuff, always making sure that we're taken care of, making sure we get some time off in between things. Joe, throwing your event, and I appreciate all the clubs that you have out here in Arizona. You and Big E working stuff for us over here, keeps our guys motivated. You know what I mean? So when you guys get motivated, we get motivated. Love that stuff. I love coming out to the event and loved having all that love over there. One of my other shout outs, you know, the Outlaws, those guys, man, they show a lot of love and they roll with me a lot of places, you know, and I really appreciate that. Wednesday, she surprised me at the Misfits barbecue. I didn't even think about inviting, and then all of a sudden she came all the way from New Mexico to show up for us, brother. So all these people, you know, I just want to say that anybody that wants to show love, anybody that wants to come up, hey man, just hit us up, talk about it. Let's put it on the schedule so that way we can go do stuff for people. We want to make the kids happy. We want to make everybody else smile and keep the positivity rolling. You know what I mean? So much love to all you guys. Exactly. And I was honored and blessed to be a part of this podcast. So thank you guys very much.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having us, man. And of course,
thank you for being here.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man.
Man.
Yeah, man. And of course, the man with the mission, the man with the vision, man. We're talking about our national prez, Sugar Free Joe Ramirez. Take this moment, prez, to address the Misfits, man.
Look, man. I always say, look, we're pretty young, and as a club, we're pretty young, man. We're coming up on our
Can't hear you, Kana.
Yeah, my bad, prez. You want to talk into the mic or whatever? My bad, prez.
We can't hear you, Kana.
Yeah, do you think you might have muted or something? My bad.
Nah, there it goes. Nah, it's still quiet.
Nah, I can't hear you, compa. I guess what he's trying to say is that he got a lot of love for Rojo and shit. You know.
It's all about Rojo.
Hey, it's all about Rojo right now, dog.
Hey.
Compa.
Here, I'll turn the red light on for you, brother.
Nah, homie, keep that shit blue, dog. Keep it blue, dog.
There you go.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
We can hear you, dog,
right.
but it's very quiet.
You sound far, compa.
All right, hold on. How about now?
Say it with your chest, Kana. You fucking
Yeah.
yell that bitch.
Hey, look for me.
Can you hear me now?
Hear me now?
Yeah, go for it, prez, man. We listening, man.
All right, look, man. I missed my train of thought, man. but look, we're pretty new in this club, wise circle. We're going in our second year anniversary, like in September. I just like to say, you know, I always tell my guy, I'm super proud of where we're at, man. I'm super proud of where we're at, and I'm very proud of who we have, and I'm always proud of our having supporters that actually believe in us. It takes a lot of trust and a lot of hard work by a lot of people to build trust in the community and to build trust within clubs and people to actually give us donations, to actually give us money, to be trusting us. It takes a lot of trust for someone to do that, because I know that I'm real protective over who I trust as well. I just, like I said, I like to say that I'm proud of where we're at. I'm proud of the direction as far as the Raider Nation is going. It really needs to be going in this direction. I really like to see all this positivity. I love seeing people succeed, man. I love seeing people succeed. I love when I see someone doing good. I love when I see someone get a stack of money, man. I love when someone succeeds and gets a business or makes some money and makes a move in life. I love to see that, man. That makes me feel good, you know. And if I had something, some part to do in that of them achieving that goal, it makes me feel even better. Because I don't care who gets there first. I don't care who did it first. I don't care who's doing it. All I care about is that we all meet each other at the finish line at the same time. You know, I don't care who. I want to see you at the finish line, bro. I don't care who gets there first. You know, so I always kind of preach that to the guys, and you know, and I hope everybody just strives to be good, man. Strives to be good and just keeps doing that positivity, and spreading that positivity, because you know, a positive mind. If you're positive in life, positive things happen, bro. That's just the way it is. The energy that you put in, the energy that you put in is the same energy you're gonna get out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what's up. Hey, thank you, Prez, man. And you said it right there. You know, really quick, man, before we all sign off, I'm not gonna tell you the whole Vegas story. Just to me, I was just very, very. It showed everybody's true colors, man. Prez, I saw his heart and his determination to make it happen. Believe me, he didn't let anything stop him, man. And we made it. You know, and everybody else who worked it. You know, so it's a great thing, and it's for the kids, it's for the community. That's when it's all said and done. Hey, that's who we were, and that's what we did, man. So everybody, thanks again. We're looking forward to next week. Emilio, Raider Rock, man, you got to come back on, man, because you have some great Raider analysis. So thanks a lot, man, for coming on. Hey, on behalf of Emilio Raider Rock, man, on behalf of Bullhead President Chale Boy, man, on behalf of National President Sugar Free, man, and on behalf of VP Big Red, man, Rojo, everybody, this is the Raider Nation Misfit podcast. Much love to all the Raider Nation Misfits podcast before us, during us, after us.
Much
Long
love.
live the Raiders. Give it to me, everybody.
Raiders.
That's what's up, man. We're out. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Like,